that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law,
meaning hated,
while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
So the Lord, the judgment that's coming up right now, you got pestilence, you got famine, you got war, you got
race riot,
martial law.
Right.
All of these things are a result of the energy that's being placed out there. Because you reap what you sow. Every man as an individual in every nation, you reap what you sow.
And the concentration camps already happening now because Trump got Mexicans in the concentration camps right now.
How do you feel about
Judaism?
Judaism? Jew, like being a Jew.
Those guys in the land of Israel right now are not the real Jews.
But like
It's based on the scriptures, but it's a perversion of the scriptures because they believe in the Talmud. The Talmud has nothing to do with the Bible. In the Talmud, they tell you that you can have sex with an infant.
Right.
They
but
tell
in the Bible, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
I'm just asking.
I'm just speaking with passion.
Like, I mean, you know what you're doing, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just speaking with passion. That's all. Ain't nothing against you.
Yeah, we have study. We know history. Everything that comes in these scriptures. To teach these scriptures, you actually have to know history.
No, I believe it.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, the Judaism of today is not what the Israelites were keeping in the ancient world. Those are two completely different things, like Christianity in the Bible. There's two different things. There's a lot of things that are said in Christianity that just does not exist in scriptures.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I have a hard time following all of them.
Well,
but hey, I like you guys preaching.
Hey man, that's beautiful. Thank you.
That was good.
See, that shows you the spirit of YAHAWASHI. You're gonna have people that come up that don't look like you. Oh, I gotta tell you that.
They said seek to please the poor.
So I gotta tell you that. So the children of Israel are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as Latinos, West Indians, Haitians, but their seed is scattered amongst all nations.
Right.
So this isn't a black and brown coalition, because our nation is gonna come back looking like all other nations.
Just like him. His father could be an Israelite.
He could be our people, and you not even know. That's why it's not a color thing. And a lot of people from the outside looking in, when they hear this, they think, oh, it's just a new black movement. No, this ain't about color. This is about the children of Israel, wherever they scatter, however they look.
Right.
You know, so this is the truth. And more people, as time comes, they're gonna have to see it and feel it. But the Lord loves those who believed it before they actually saw it. And that's going to be the elected out of our people.
And you can see a person look like me, but his father might be white.
Yep.
So-called white man.
Like, hey, you know the smart guy? Tia and Tamara, the smart guy, the twins, sister. They're
Edomites.
Yeah, they're Edomites. The father's a white man and their mother's black.
Yeah, sister. Yeah.
They could be, we don't know.
They Edomites, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say something. When that guy came up, you saw how we taught that? Because you're supposed to try the spirit. But me, to be honest, I'm perceived as an Edomite. I'm going to tell you why. He came up prideful. He came up, he interrupted you. Just prideful, right? And then on top of that, he said, I don't understand none of it. The scripture said, none of the wicked shall understand. His spirit. We try the spirit, man.
Right. That's Romans 8:16. Spirit. Bear witness with our spirit.
But our job is to throw out debate. Our job is to throw out debate. The Lord said the angels are going to separate the weak from the terrorists. Our job is to tell people the truth, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, this is how they go. I'm saying all nations will come to like this. They might come. I don't understand none of it. It's Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is also unto me as a speckled bird.
Right.
Birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Right. That was the point, though. He said, my heritage to me like a speckled bird. I mean, they're going to be all different shades of brown.
Or they might not even
the
be brown.
confused person, they might even be brown.
Or they might not even be brown. They could look like a stone cold Edomite.
Edomite.
And not be that. Or they could look like a what you might call an Arab. and they might be our people.
Right.
Can I say?
Chinese, Japanese.
It's like, what they say, the seed line goes by your father, Numbers 1:18. So if, say, I was to go have sex with a Chinese woman, that child will still be an Israelite, even though he may come out with a white. And when he has sex, if he has sex with a Chinese woman, what do you think is going to come out?
It's gonna get lighter and lighter.
And before you know it, he's integrated into that population, and he's not of that people.
Exactly.
That's why you have these scenarios where you have a Chinese person that can just dance real good, or you have one that can sing, and you surprised that it's even somebody else that's not Negro, Latino, singing that song. How many times did that happen? Because I see it spread everywhere. The Lord said, "We're the salt of the earth."
9 out of 10, that's an Israelite. It may look like old Edomite or Moabite singing person, but they really be an Israelite, man.
And just to make a quick point, because we kind of got off the subject, one of the brothers said all of Israel was going to be saved. So in the end, everybody going to get into the kingdom if you're an Israelite. This is a precept to back it up. This is Romans chapter 11 and 26.
Beautiful.
And so all Israel shall be saved,
Right.
as it is written.
Right.
There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
So that
Anytime
shows
it say as it is written, I mean it was written in the Old Testament.
And that's where you get it from 45 and 17. Because that's why Daniel said some are going to wake up to everlasting shame and contempt.
Like what I read day by day.
You're going to have 2/3 of our people who will wake up and they're going to realize, damn, I was doing all of this and the Lord was going to give it to me anyway. I was out here living wrong. I was doing dirt to my own people. I was reading before. I was doing everything that the Lord was displeased with. And he still gave me a portion of the kingdom. He still let me come into the kingdom. And it's because the Lord made a promise to our father that he was going to take care of our seed, that he was going to give us particular blessings. And that's not just a couple of the family members. That's all of the family members. Because when you had a couple of our people doing the righteous thing, the right thing, we all still went into slavery. It didn't matter if you had a few good men. Because the Lord needed our whole nation to do what's right.
Right.
Because he made a deal with our entire nation, beginning with our forefathers.
He got a good precept on that too, Al.
Yeah, it's like
Bring it out, Al.
It's the wisdom of Solomon 2 and 23. For Yahawah hath created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
Hey, that's beautiful.
And
and see, that goes deeper into the immortality. The Lord said that we were the eternal life. We were going to be blessed with eternal life. And that's because the second covenant involves the law, statutes, and commandments being written in our hearts so that we don't sin no more. And then that immortality, we sitting on thrones and we're judging the earth in righteousness. Like we go into the kingdom of heaven and we tell you about how the Lord said that we're going to have multiple wives, how we're going to have substance. The kingdom of heaven talks about how we're going to have, our gates are going to continually be open because all the nations are going to bring gifts to us, back and forth. Back and forth.
We're gonna be tributary to us forever.
But what else comes with that is that we're going to have responsibility of the planet Earth, and we're going to have the ability to be responsible for it. So when we in another person's land, we're going to be able to say, look, man, y'all can't commit adultery. Who's committing adultery? All right, you're going to have to put that man to death. Why? Because if you don't put him to death, the rest of your population won't do that, and you're going to have body spoilers.
right, like a cancer.
And our people are going to be advisors to the nations.
Got a precept on you too,
Cannot
Al.
circumcise your daughter.
Right.
Got a precept. That's what you talking about the heaven, right? So this Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
Yeah, and the first heaven and the first earth is this rulership and the planet in this condition. The Lord has allowed man to see the consequences of his own actions.
Right.
So the Lord not gonna say, look, you made a bad decision, but I'm gonna save you, so you don't even gotta go through it. Nah, y'all like this? This decision y'all wanna make?
Right.
I'm gonna let you go all the way to the end of that road. I'm gonna let you go all the way to the end of that road, and then a little bit further.
Learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. So the world has to learn from their mistakes. And the Lord saying, look, of the nation of my chosen, y'all got an opportunity to get up out of that jam. If you choose. If you want to go out here and trust in what this world has to offer, good luck. I'm not gonna grab your shirt and drag you back. Unless I really want you. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let you go out here and live your life.
Wow. Can you explain what are you doing?
We're preaching to the real children of God.
What do you mean?
We're preaching to the real Israelites.
Okay. And why you wanna like record?
Because
we on YouTube.
our people
we got
are
followers.
all over the world.
So are you like organization like
We're
someone?
the children of Israel. We're the children of Abraham,
We the
Isaac,
Hebrew
and Jacob.
Israelites.
Sorry, I am a tourist.
It's okay.
Like,
It's okay.
Thank you guys. No, it's all right. We were leaving never.
It's no problem. It's no issue.
Mexico.
Y'all Mexican? You Mexican?
You're a child
See
of
you on
God.
sign?
You're right here.
At the bottom.
You know I believe in everything though.
You're a son of God.
Quick question though. Catch up with them. What have you guys seen? Like, I mean, I believe in God. You guys call him
Yahawah.
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 Yeah, Yahawah. I call it the Lord of God. Fuck. 1 second. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Okay.
I've done ayahuasca. It's real. I promise. I promise. I swear to God. That guy is real. The God. Your God.
Spirit world?
Your God.
Your God. Your
Spirit world?
Yes. Your God is real. Because if you believe in yourself, you're a fucking douche. So you gotta believe in something out there.
Right, right. Higher power, right.
That's
It
true.
is.
Because that's what it's saying?
Yes. I believe in
Are we from Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's
originally.
Muslim. He doesn't He believes in fucking pork.
Right, Allah. Yeah.
Hey, but see, but that shows you that our people have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Our people in their DNA. That's why our people have a zeal. That means they're passionate. They believe in a higher power. They understand that, but it's just not according to the correct knowledge.
That's why he was drawn, but the dude trying to pull him away.
Hey, that's Satan, boy. I got a precept. Let me go.
He just said fuck because he was disappointed. He like, man,
I'm gonna read verse 2 because it was getting to his point, right? So this verse 2. I'm gonna start at 1 again. And I saw a new heaven. This is Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So the new heaven is going to be here on earth. That's why he saw a new heaven coming down from God out of heaven on earth. He's going to wipe North America off. He's going to wipe the entire planet off with fire. He's going to clean it off, everything. He said all elements shall melt with fervent heat from the missiles. Then he's going to replenish everything with greenery, with trees, everything.
Well,
clean air.
When you go into science, fire is one of the best cleansing agents.
Right.
So the Lord is going to use these nuclear missiles that they have. The Lord's going to use it. And he's going to put the spirit on them to use it. That's why the World War III is being created. Because the Lord is just using these instruments to judge them. They think that they're doing this themselves, but the Lord told us thousands of years that it was going to come to this point.
They ain't creating no missiles to put them in a museum, man.
He said what? He said it's going to be wars, rumors of wars, pestilences, famine. He said all of these are what? The beginning of sorrow.
Beginning of sorrow.
Because if you've been able to live wickedly this long, you're going to have to, it's going to be a little minute for you to catch that judgment in full.
Right. He long suffering. He slow to anger.
And if you notice, all around the world, they're going through this in some way, shape, or form, and the Lord is doing what? Saving the best for last. The proudest place on the planet Earth is going to be judged too.
Right. Babylon the Great.
I was going to say, you know what he saw with New Jerusalem? He saw the pictures turning the hunters, bro. He saw the elect coming back down and fucking it up.
Right.
Say, we shall be glorified.
Fish is going to turn the hunters and back to
That's what he saw, bro.
back to holy.
They say
Spiritual, calm.
whenever YAHAWASHI appears, when they ignorantly call Jesus, we're going to be like him. That same glorified body that was able to walk on water and heal the sick,
Right.
that's an inheritance for this nation.
He said a miracle you saw me do, you shall do greater.
Yeah, you should do that and greater.
Why marvel at me?
And he said, with the faith of a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain to move thence.
Right.
That goes into pure faith and belief. And our people have that, it's just not according to knowledge.
Right,
That's
that's
why
that
people
zeal.
fill the churches, man. And that's why even if our people not in the church, they still have some concept of God. But it's not according to knowledge, because if you knew who you were really serving, you'd actually serve him. Because the Lord is both. He's willing to meet you wherever. You don't believe he exists? All right, he's going to show you in the worst way.
Right.
If you do believe he exists, he's going to protect you from that worst way.
Bring it full circle, right? Part of having faith is believing that he left his word here, man.
Right.
The scripture said that, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It's speaking of me. It's spoken of me. You gotta have faith that the Lord is that powerful that he could have preserved his word throughout time.
So I want to go into that really quick because he made a good point. This is Isaiah chapter 28. And I start at verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. So the Lord had already told us that even with another tongue, he's going to still speak all of these prophecies to his people. So you got to have faith that the Lord is more powerful than man. That even if man's wicked mind wants to do whatever the hell he wants to do, that the Lord's still going to deliver his message to the right people. Because this message ain't meant for everybody. Even though this is the top selling book on the planet, everybody not going to get this book and know what's really going on. It's just like these secret societies. What do? They have billboards, right? But then they have little secret signs where only the illuminated ones can see the sign and say, oh, that's what they talk about.
Right.
But they do all these music videos and they got the little subliminal messages. That's what the book is.
I was going to say, that's how cold it is, man. The Lord left this thousands of years, man, condemning these people, man. If they really understood or knew what was really in there, they were pushing us on us for years, man.
They would have burnt the Bibles up.
And they never really understood.
They would have burnt all the Bibles if they really understood the Bible. Talking about these so-called white people.
Now
They really knew.
but it's too late.
When you see them out here with the Bible and John 3:16, if they really knew that the Lord finna come back and you ever seen a bonfire before? I'm from the country. A big bonfire. He said he's gonna have a big bonfire with all of them, brother. Every last one of the Edomites is gonna totally be done away with in a fire.
This is Hebrews 11:1. Wherefore, seeing ye also are compassed about. No, this is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right.
And people have faith in a lot of things.
Right.
And you can see what they believe in by how they carry themselves. Because this world don't think much of anything, but people carry themselves like that. Because people don't respect integrity, they carry themselves like they carry themselves. If you jump down on that one with
Verse 6.
Without it, it's impossible to please.
Yeah, verse 6. And I was going to say this. Well, let me say this. And it says, if faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? Everybody's looking for the seed kingdom of heaven, right? The Lord said the kingdom of heaven is in you. That's why John said he saw the New Jerusalem coming down out of the chariots. But the Lord going to beam us up with the white man called UFOs. He's going to beam the elect up. He's going to destroy the earth with missiles. And he's going to bring us back down after he clean it off. So the new heaven, New Jerusalem that you saw coming down that I read to you, that's the elect coming back down.
I got
a whole, like on TV you might see a whole world coming down. No. Oh, like a Transformers. They were trying to bring Cybertron to Earth.
Like
no,
the
man.
Pamphlet, they show a whole goddamn kingdom coming out of the
Right. Yeah, man, that's mythical.
This is Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 5. Behold ye among the heathen and regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days which ye will not believe, though it be told to you.
Though it be told to you.
So this sound, when you tell people this sounds completely far-fetched. But that's what the Lord said. He said that you're not going to believe it though it be told to you, because it's so marvelous. It sounds so far-fetched, but when the Lord actually does it, it's going to be to the amazement of the majority of the people. You got that Hebrews 11:6.
Verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahawah must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
So you have to believe in the Lord, but then you also have to believe and have enough faith and have enough action and deed to believe that if you do what the Lord tells you to do, he's going to reward you.
Right.
Verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahawah of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteous, which is by faith.
Because people forget that the same Lord they say willing to save everybody that's willing to, the Lord that is willing to save everybody, so-called, destroyed the whole earth and only kept 8 people. That's the same power you're dealing with.
I got a quick point. Read the first precept at the beginning.
Verse 7.
Yeah, where you started.
By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahawah of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark.
No, at the very top where you first started.
Verse 6.
Yeah, the first thing where you first started.
Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Right there. It says, without faith, it is impossible to please him. Now, hear the trick bag. This is Ephesians 2:8.
Oh.
For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourself, it is the gift of Yahawah. So, if you don't have it, Yahawah didn't give it to you.
Right.
So that's the trick bag.
You ain't got no oil in your lamp, you just ain't got no goddamn oil in your
Exactly.
lamp.
And that goes into the point that we're chosen. It's elect and chosen. That's
Because to believe in this and to
Beautiful
back
point.
your beliefs up with action.
You're getting fired up over there. You're getting fired up.
To believe in your gift, to believe enough to actually do something about it is a gift from YAHAWASHI. That's a gift.
It's faith to be found on earth, man.
And it said,
Right.
These people have beliefs, they just don't believe in anything that's actually worth something.
Right.
That's how you know that you chose it. And we can't waste this gift. If you have faith, you can't waste it. You can't waste it.
And if you believe this and you don't move on that belief, it's gonna be worse for you.
Many stripes.
It'd be better that you just keep it moving. Because if you believe it and don't do nothing, it's like the Lord letting you in on the secret and you just not even making nothing happen. It's like the Lord saying, look, I'm gonna front you a gift, but I need some return on my investment. And you just sit on your gift and don't even do no work for the Lord to wake your people up. When he come back, he's gonna look at you funny. He's gonna do a lot more than that.
He gonna look at you, gonna
That's the
bust in your
talent.
goddamn mouth.
That's the talents. And that's a lot, that's twofold.
As soon as you go to talk,
Because
you go, "Wah!"
the Lord gave us this truth, and our lifestyle is supposed to be an example of that truth. But also the Lord gave you physical gifts and literal gifts. And you're supposed to apply that to not only raise up the ministry, but so people can see it from the outside looking in and want to gravitate towards the Lord.
Jeremiah.
You said, where's Jeremiah?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Jeremiah was a prophet.
What's this?
He was a part of the tribe of Benjamin.
Benjamin? What's it? Sure?
Yes.
He was a chosen.
His whole nation was chosen. That's a chosen people.
What's the nationality according to your father?
That's West Indian. On your father. Who's your father? What's your father from? French. Well, you could be.
It depends.
It depends. It's not a black and brown thing.
Why does he have a word?
Because that's not what he looked like.
For truth's sake.
This is just a marker, man. This is a general idea.
I'm all about the 12 tribes of Israel. Here's my problem, is that we live in a nation who doesn't understand that Israel is a chosen people of God, but yet we live in a nation who we are God's people, right? In America, we're Christians, Catholics, whatever, but we don't understand understand that Israel is God's people, how do we follow God? How do we do it?
Hey man, you might be a Jake, man.
That's beautiful.
You might be one of those, man. Your spirit.
Respect the word, but like
That's what I was going to
preaching
get to.
the
I don't
word,
even that
man.
already. Y'all.
Yeah. Your spirit is.
If we were true Christians, like the way that our government says that we are, then we would follow Israel. But we don't.
Hey, that's beautiful because the scriptures say that. You might be an Israelite, brother.
Follow Israel. Israel goes. Tel Aviv, the biggest gay crime parade takes place in Israel.
That's true.
Tel Aviv. So that
They destroying our land, man.
You should question if they are the people. Why would they do that? If they,
Because there's corruption no matter what.
Right.
Why are we questioning? Why are we questioning?
we are questioning.
When you were in the Bible, dog, they were questioning things all the time. They were worshiping false
Why do I
idols.
question?
I can only answer one question at a time.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not educated. But what I'm saying though is in the Bible though, we were questioning the same shit though. In the Bible, we were worshiping false idols all the time. We were strayed all the time, man.
You're absolutely right.
This is part of it, right?
You're absolutely right.
Can't have 100% follow, otherwise it would be a utopia.
Don't call me not educated again. Don't call me not educated again. That's fucking bullshit. Fuck, man.
I said that. He's not
He's a fucking asshole, man. I grew up as a Roman Catholic. Motherfucking calls me not educated. What a fucking dickhead. What a fucking dickhead.
See that?
What I want to know.
So you say you only live
Why?
once?
Why?
That's what a white man believes. So we come back in reincarnation over every 34th generation. Yeah, it's in the Bible.
So you don't make anybody believe anything.
Oh, we can break that down.
If you stay here long enough,
If you believe it, then believe it.
we're gonna deal. Yeah, you've been here for about an hour.
My
Spirit on you, bro.
truths are different from your truths, obviously. And
There's only
I've
one
gone
truth.
through a path that God had me somewhere that took me off the path and led me. Right now, I'm fed.
White man from Edom?
I got nothing.
Really?
That's a biblical national.
I grew up in a very religious home.
Sure?
Very religious.
Fits the description of Esau.
And
Yes.
I'm very.
According to the Bible.
What was Esau said
I'm
to
a
do? He
believer.
said to
I
do
don't-
what?
I
Live
don't
by the
give a
sword.
shit. This
Yeah, but
motherfucker
wasn't
called
that,
me an uneducated asshole? That's
Hey, Ralph.
because I spent
No,
a lot of my life
no.
being
Edom
educated in this
came.
sense.
Oh, I wish I did
Esau,
not.
Jacob,
Came from Mount Seir,
Jacob and Esau.
Once this,
Okay.
considered a Bible.
Abraham,
right?
Ishmael,
This is nice.
Isaac. Isaac had Jacob and Esau.
Ishmael, Arabs, Isaac, Christianity, right?
Isaac is an Israelite. Yeah.
Right? So then from there,
Isaac had Jacob and Esau. Esau became Edom once he ate that red meat, that raw meat.
Right.
He became red. Edom mean red. That's what it means. Out of one.
oh, I wish I was on drinking tonight. I would give some shit right now.
Hey, look, I'm gonna show you something. When you were hugged up with him, his face turned bloodshot red
This guy.
because no pigment, no melanin. So the blood show forth through their skin. When y'all did like this, his face got lit up red.
I got decades worth of belief.
I love y'all.
Hey, you an Israelite, bro.
I am an
You're
Israelite.
Israelite,
You
bro.
know I am.
Your spirit. Romans 8:16 say, our spirit bear witness with everybody that spirit that come up. And the way you talking, you're an Israelite, bro.
Dog, I'm an Israelite. 100%.
Yeah, you ain't-
100%. 100%.
So,
What's Japanese? Amon? What's that?
Ammon.
What's that?
That's their biblical name.
We're not any religion.
Amon.
Right, that's their biblical name.
Ammon and Moab.
Ammon, right. Ammon, Moab, that's the names in the Bible. Today they call them Chinese and Japanese.
Oh, I get this shit, man. I want that.
Like over here.
King
All
James.
these that's the biblical name. Those are the names.
King James
They
and
were
Roman
for a
Catholic.
minute until they murdered him.
Yo, what are y'all preaching though right now? What are y'all
That we the Hebrew Israelites waking up our people.
Waking
You know,
up.
Russia, China, Syria, North Korea, they finna destroy North America with missiles.
Yeah,
You know about that?
Yeah.
They ain't making no missiles to sit them in a museum. They're gonna use them. They're not making those missiles to put them in a museum. They're gonna use them
Yeah, for
in
sure.
North America. Because North America, through their sanctions, right? They control every country through their democracy,
That's right.
their laws, right?
Yeah.
All the countries sick of North America, man.
That's right.
Going in by what? What's Edom blessing?
With the white man, though, man.
Right. Edom blessing was the sword.
Rule by
number one
sword.
military?
Rule by sword.
Who got number one military? So-called white men. They got over 1,000 military bases throughout the world. And they go in and take their oil, they gold, they coal.
Are we trying to say white man is the devil, though?
The Bible says that, not us.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Lord said he is the devil. You know what devil means?
that?
In Greek, it means diablo, which means deceiver. Devil just means deceiver. That's all it means.
Deceiver. Deceiver. You're
Who've been
right.
deceiving us since they created that image in 1300? Who did that image?
Man, you know for a
So-called
fact
white man.
that Christ is not white. No matter what you say, Christ is
It's
not
an
white.
image right here. This is how he looks according to the Bible.
For sure he's brown. For sure he's brown. It doesn't even matter like geographically, he's brown for sure.
Right.
How are you gonna act like he's white? He's not white. White man. There's no trust. There's no way he's white. Like I'm too fucked up for this. I gotta
It's
go.
all good, bro.
I gotta go.
We out here every Saturday, man.
But I
Come out here.
appreciate that, dog.
Yeah,
I
every Saturday.
appreciate it, dog. Yeah, I appreciate it. Israel is a people before it is a place. Yes, brother, preach it.
Hey, he an Israelite, man. He a Jake.
I saw that.
That's Jake.
He a Jake, man.
Have a safe night, brother.
Hey, he want to go on the reincarnation. He haven't got to believe in reincarnation.
Right, let's get
Let's get it. Let's hold second Ezra. Let's hold second Ezra 14 and 35.
I mean, both. It was two conversations, but both of them,
Hey, goddamn Benjamin, I tell you, boy. Goddamn Benjamin.
but yum.
Hey, hey, I said, hey, when you spread his face, he said, I read, he said, yeah, he did get red. I said, yeah, to eat him. He read, he like, wow, bro. Yeah. I told him that, so he said he squared his face, turned red. Because I said, eat him mean red. He said, oh, bro, yeah, you right, yeah. He was getting it. No, you know, yeah,
Hey,
Jake.
he got pissed too. He said, hey, man, don't call me
Yeah.
educated.
Hey, the basis of men food. He was a Jake, bro. He said, he said to the spirit, the basis of men food.
But yeah, let's go on the reincarnation. That's the second exercise.
14 to 35. We're gonna hold that.
Straight beast. Straight beast. That's
Yeah,
why the Lord called like man, wild beast without understanding.
Let's hold that. Let's get on.
This ain't how society's supposed to be.
I got Psalm 104.
Exodus 2, right? Third and fourth generation.
Yeah, Exodus 20 and 5.
So
Bring it out first.
this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
How is that possible? The Lord is going to visit the iniquity of the sons from the father, what the father did. How is that possible? Without reincarnation coming into play. Did you hear it? He said he's going to visit the iniquity. Read again out one more time.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
How is that possible? Because we are our forefathers.
I got a precept.
Bring it out.
This is Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 20. The soul that sinneth,
Right.
it shall die.
Right.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
Right.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him.
So you gotta pay for what you did, bro. Ain't nobody gonna answer for you.
So the Lord saying, I'm gonna visit the iniquity on the third and fourth generation.
Right.
And in Ezekiel, he's saying, look, I'm not gonna punish the son for what the father's done.
Right.
So that tells you, Bob, that look, that spirit that comes back in the third and fourth generation,
Right.
he got to pay for what he's done in his past.
Right.
Amen. The Lord ain't, see, the modern Christianity has given people a misconception of God.
God.
That he'll just put people in hell. He'll give you one life. If you blow it, you just blow it, and you down there forever.
And the reason we went into that, because his homeboys had walked by and said, YOLO.
You only live
That's why we
once.
got into it. I said, no, that's bullshit.
You live more than once.
Go ahead.
And remember, we already explained that heaven and hell are conditions, right? That take place on earth. Judgment takes place on earth. This is 2nd Ezra 5:42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. Why? It's a circle of life.
Right, right.
Judgment is like a ring.
Right.
You die, you go up to the Heavenly Father, you pay whatever your judgment is.
I got a precept on that too. Go ahead.
Whatever you did, you go, you answer for it, you come back down.
Right.
You come back blind, like you said in Matthew.
Right.
Whatever, right? So that's why it's a ring, the circle of life. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring, like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first.
And I got another precept.
Look,
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 12. Blessed is he that waited and cometh to the 1,350 and 30 days. But go thou thy way to the end,
this time to Daniel.
for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
How Daniel gonna come back and stand in that same lot? So when you die, right, you go back to the spirit world, you come back every 34th generation, and your same family lot is in a different body. Right? Your same family lot of your father's lineage come back every 34th generation. Right? Read that. Read that.
2nd Ezra 14:35.
Right.
For after death shall judgment come.
Oh, you say what?
For after death shall judgment come.
After death shall judgment come, right? Go ahead.
When we shall live again,
When we shall live again,
and then shall the name of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly be declared.
right. Get that? Okay. This is Psalms 104 in verse 28. It say that thou givest them, they gather. I'm starting at 29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to the dust. Right? Thou sendest forth thy spirit, and you go back up into the world. We'll get that too. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created as a new baby, and thou renewest thy face of the earth.
That's why your body is called your body. That comes from abode, house. House is your vessel, your spirit. Your spirit goes up. There's a scripture on that. The spirit goes
I
back
got
to
it.
the Father that created it. He's the Father of hosts. He created all the spirits. That's why Job told you that the wicked. You brought that out already?
Now,
How the wicked are at peace.
right,
All
right,
the spirits go back to the Father, man. Nothing happens up there.
right.
Bad, good.
So this,
once you die,
right.
they all go to the same spot, spirit.
They
Right.
come down here for their judgment.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 21. Who knoweth the spirit of man that go upward, and the spirit of a beast that goeth downward to the earth? Right? So your spirit go back up to the Lord.
It says beast goes down because
Right.
men and animals are different.
Right.
They just keep coming back. There's no judgment for them.
Right.
There's judgment for us. That's why we got to go back up to get judged and come back down. They even show you that in movies. They always show your spirit going up. They always
Right.
show you that when the spirit
Right,
at the
right,
bottom
right.
go up to the Father.
Esau, they know the truth, but they teach a lot of lies. So this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth, as I read you 3 and 21. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Lord of hosts.
And to tell you in Ezekiel too, man, that the Lord controls the spirit. He send you right back again, man, every time. Every 3rd and 4th generation. You get it right. Now, if you were wicked then, you don't come back and do the same. If you were righteous then, because he already established his elect from the beginning. Get Ephesians 1 and 4. Bring it out.
Quick
Bring it
precept.
out.
This is John chapter 9, starting at 1.
Right.
So this is just a
This
quick
it is.
little precept, right?
Listen to this. This how you know. This how you know reincarnation. Even though we gave you the precept, go ahead.
It says, and Yahawashi passed by. He saw a man which was blind from his birth. So he was
blind from birth. So what could he if he did something? They're gonna
So this man, the man was born blind, right? 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin?
Stop right there. Because judgment takes place on earth. They already understood that. The disciples understood that however you're born, it's because of something that happened
In a past life.
So they're gonna ask, was it his parents that sinned? So he was born blind to punish the parents, or was it something he did
In his
to punish
past
them?
life.
But it was neither. Keep going now.
So when we go, okay. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents? If he was born blind, he was already blind before he was born. How could he have sinned? You get what I'm saying? He said, who did sin, his parents or him? How could he sin if he was born blind? That means he would have had to grow up, do bad stuff, and
He was
then
sinning in the
become
womb,
blind.
basically. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And then it says, born blind. Yahawashi answered, neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of Yahawah should be made manifested in him.
Now, see, the point was, they understood that reincarnation was real. Because he said neither the father or the son, neither the parent or the son, but that his work might be declared.
So he came back for the sole purpose of Yahawashi healing.
Right.
And a good point to that is that the Lord didn't say, look, y'all going off. He didn't say, look, that ain't how life works. He didn't say that ain't how life. He said, nah, this man didn't sin nor his father. The only reason that he was like that was so I could heal him. But he,
In front of
if
people
that
to
was
make,
wrong,
the miracle.
the Lord would have said, look, that's not how life works.
Right.
You don't come back.
Right.
He just set them straight right
But he
there.
didn't have to, because we already knew that back in the day. Esau took that from us, man.
Exactly.
We had to discontinue from our heritage. There had to be a fall on the way first. That's why he said he was going to bring things to our remembrance.
When you read that, they have bring that out.
We knew this before. How can we know it before? Because we had it before.
Now, you asked, you said, like the wicked, right? If whatever you were doing then, you're going to do now because the Lord predestined his elect from the beginning. Whoever's going to be the elect, the 144,000, which is 12,000 each tribe, then you're going to have another great multitude that no man could number is going to come out of all 12 tribes, right? So they was already chosen from the beginning. Read that, brother. Yeah, the spirit are subject to the prophet. Read that.
1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. For Yahawah is not the author of confusion,
Right.
but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Right. So he said the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophet. So those saints, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, John, Matthew, they all back right now. We don't know who they is. That's why he say, he that do the will of my Father, the same shall be saved.
And even when Yahawashi asked them, who do you think I am?
They said, some say Jeremiah, some say Elijah, some say a prophet.
I got one too.
Quick. It's real quick. This is online etymology. Etymology is the origins of a word, like what a word means, what it really means. This is reincarnation from 1829. It says fact. What is a fact? It means it's 100% so. It said fact of repeated incarnation from back again.
Right.
So even the devil knows that it's a fact.
Right, man. That's beautiful.
I got a precept. This is Revelation chapter 10, verse 11.
Right.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
And that's Revelation. That's John the Revelator who wrote Revelation.
that's
The
what
Lord told him what?
Thou shalt prophesy again, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
John
When you
back
look
right
at
now,
history, John died on the island of Patmos.
Right.
Why would the Lord tell him you gonna prophesy again if you don't come back?
He said you must too.
What he gonna do in the spiritual realm?
They stand in their lot.
And that's the second time that's been said. Because remember, Daniel, the Lord told Daniel, go your way, you're
stand
gonna
in your
rest,
lot.
and then you're gonna come back and stand in your same lot in the end of days.
Right. Mean your same family line.
Because the Lord give you an opportunity to do
Same
it again. Hey, you got step into the batter's box again, son.
Yeah.
You struck out, come on back. Swing until you make it.
Got a precept? Oh yeah, bring it out.
It's Ephesians 1 and 4.
Right.
According as he have chosen us.
He have chosen us, right? So the 144 plus the other multitude, they was already chosen. Go ahead.
In him, before the foundation of the world.
Before the foundation of the world, how is that possible? So Yahweh created Yahawashai. Yahawashai created the angels and the elect. Before the foundation of the world was even formed, man. Go ahead.
That we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
Yeah. Right. We were there with him. Yeah, creating everything. Right. Lord willing. Done. Go ahead, Doc.
Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children.
Having predestinated us. Go ahead.
By Yahawashi Hamashiach, before him according to the good pleasure of his will.
Go ahead, keep going, it's more than that.
To the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace.
Go ahead.
Wherein he hath abounded toward us in all wisdom and prudence. Having made known unto us the mystery of his will.
Have made known unto the elect the mystery of his will. Go ahead.
According to
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody.
According to his good pleasure, which he hath proposed in himself, that in this dispensation of the fullness of times, he might gather together in one all things in Mashiach.
His elect.
Both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him.
Right.
He said both.
Both.
He said both.
Right.
It's in heaven and on earth.
Right.
Oh, that's beautiful. Man.
Beautiful. Go ahead. It's a little more on that, Doc. Get that meat off that bone.
In whom also we have obtained an inheritance.
There it is.
Being predestined.
There it is.
According to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will.
There it is. After his own will.
Which means man doesn't have free will. We have the illusion of free will.
Right.
Because the Lord already gave you your story before you got here. He already knew when you was going to check out.
Right.
He sanctioned your check-in. And he sanctioned your check-out. But why would the Lord have an infant die if that's their only life? What kind of sense that makes? They don't even have the opportunity to make a bad decision.
Still birth, bro. That at birth, man. Right out the womb.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, that's
Or
the judgment of the Lord,
little 7-year-olds get killed. They didn't even have a chance to make a decision. They don't even know what's going on.
I was thinking of stillbirth, bro. You know that's really the Lord didn't sanction that birth, man. Because remember, he said he sanctions on the birth, man.
Right.
So you have a stillborn,
Right.
the Lord should die.
Yeah. He said he ordained you from the womb to come out and be a prophet to the nation.
King Solomon, King David.
Right.
He slept with Bathsheba. What happened?
Right. He killed the first baby. Adultery. But then they had a second baby and it was
who?
Solomon.
Solomon.
Which is your house?
Right. So this Deuteronomy 32, this Deuteronomy 32 and 39 says, see now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal, and there is not any that can deliver out of my hand.
Exactly.
So there's no free will.
That's why they said that fear him that is able to kill the body and soul in hell.
Right. Instead of him that can just kill the body.
Because the Lord can bring you back with one arm.
Right.
Or he can bring you back on some Stephen Hawking shit.
Yeah.
You just talking to a robot.
And how he was the smartest man on the planet, but he couldn't create an antidote to get up out that chair.
That show you how to, that show you the Lord got a sense of humor too, man. The Lord ain't up there all stiff and tight. Now the Lord said, in Proverbs it tell you that the Lord said he gonna laugh at people's calamity. People won't be out here dying and the Lord gonna find it funny.
Wow. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Lord.
How do fish get high? They see we.
Basis of man, children of
Hey, that's how Esau is, man. Be under that.
How long you still
But that's why the Lord. That's why the Lord say that's how He gonna show His power. Because that's who's ruling over you.
Right.
That's who's in charge of who drinks good water and who don't.
That's why the Lord said that I should narrowly look upon him.
And consider.
Hey, get Daniel 4:17.
Is this the man?
Is this the man? Is that the man that made the earth to tremble?
I'm telling you,
That
man.
did shake kingdom? That's in Isaiah 14.
Because the veil of deceit is gonna be lifted, and they gonna see that the so-called white man ain't James Bond. This nigga not 007. This nigga just playing a part. He trying to make it look like he a hunk, but he really a chump.
Chris say, how do the fish get high?
Weak ass joke too, man. Weak ass joke. Shalom, shalom.
Yo, his penile gland must have been real open. What the dude said,
DMT.
DMC.
Daniel 4:17.
Daniel?
Yeah.
That show you the power of the Lord, though, man. Because the Lord chooses.
Hey, get Job
He'll set up
30.
a kingdom according to what He wants.
Get Job 30, all right? 30 and 1.
So what?